Hey everybody, Stephen Garner here. I'm gonna start doing these super short reviews. They're just gonna like get into the thing, bust it open, or if it's already open, just explain kind of like my personal opinion on it. And this is gonna be the longest video I make about this subject matter. I'm quite literally, I'll just grab a knife, and I'll grab whatever it is. Today we're gonna be doing an unboxing / first thoughts on this Mavic Spark here. We ordered the Fly More combo and it has not yet come, but they're like, hey, we'll hook you up with this one and you can play with it, and then once we get all the rest of the gear, we'll just send you another one. So I'm gonna unbox this in a second, but first I just want to talk about the kind of stuff we're gonna look at. Like, I guess it's not really an unboxing channel or a review channel. This is my just normal page or whatever. But like, a lot of people are like, hey, you have lots of cool stuff from when you film and when you like, go around and stuff, and they want to know about things like, the selfie pulls for like the DJI and like the little tripod stands and all that kind of stuff. And we'll get into all of that because I quite literally have tons of it. We'll talk about the MacBook that I use for editing. This is a waterproof case for your iPhone that's supposed to be pretty good, and it just slides in. Doesn't do audio very well, but whatever. We'll talk about this kind of shit. iPads, MacBooks. We'll get into like some other DJI accessories. There's a thing there to make it so your batteries from your Mavic can like charge your cell phone and stuff. The case from that. We'll get into this Osmo mobile thing. We'll just do all this kind of stuff. So like, anything you can think of, little tiny like lens sun hoods, propellers, spare high capacity batteries, bike mounts for the Osmo, for the Osmo mobile there. What it's like to get a second remote and fly your Mavic with a second remote, what their spare batteries are like, remote control hoods. We got tons of stuff here. We got like for the Osmo mobile, the little stand so we can stand up and do this whole thing where like you can just like put it on a desk and let it charge like that. We'll get into that kind of stuff. Waterproof speakers. What else we got here? We'll get into like, this stuff's already been unboxed, but I still keep the things. So we have these new Extreme 510 portable SD cards, the Hero 5 Sessions, these black ones, how they're like, they're 4K and all that kind of crap. We'll talk about that kind of stuff. And then we might even get into like, this is the bag I love to travel with. It's made by Samsonite, and it's got the 4 wheels, that all like rotating wheels, and it's a backpack. So it's got the backpack straps, and then it's a regular like carry-on luggage too. It's got the, you unzip this thing and pull that out. You can't really see it there. Oh, there we go. Anyways, I love this guy, but we'll get into like, other stuff that interests me. I have the old school Oakley Thump goggles or glasses that have that built-in earbuds, different Oakley stuff. Oakley came out with these new lenses for the airwaves and stuff. They're called prism lenses. So we got some prism lenses to look at, some different airwave goggles with the heads-up displays. And so anyways, we're gonna get into all that kind of stuff. And look at all the different setups for the heads-up display goggles. I got some in here. I got the red, the sapphire lenses, and then I got the blue ones and different straps. And anyways, we're rocking lots of gear. That's what it comes down to. So because we're rocking so much gear, we thought, hey, we'll do a 1-minute review, like super quick unboxing, super quick whatever on all this crap. And then if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But I can give you my honest opinion. I promise you, none of these people are paying me to review any of their stuff. I know this for a fact because I'm poor because of all this crap I bought. So, anyways, trying to get some of this out of here. And we'll talk about, we got like, for the DJI Mavic, we got the prop guards, and like, pretty much every single thing that you can get for anything that's kind of relevant right now in the in the tech world. I'll just throw all this shit underneath the desk for now. And we'll just get into it quick and fast. And, you know, if you like my reviews, you like them. If you don't like them, you don't like them. And frankly, I really don't care, because I don't make money off my YouTube page like a lot of those other people. And I really don't care to, because I got a job. So anyways, I like to cut my boxes all nice and neat here, so we'll try to cut this thing neat. Don't know which way it's supposed to open, but I figure if it has a security tag on it, it's probably like good reason to believe that that's probably the right way to cut it. Anyways, so that's probably good enough. Cool. It's unboxed. There you go. It's out of the box here. Nothing else in the box. Inside here, I'm sure it's a charger or something. Okay, so here we have a USB cable too. It looks like the new USB 3.2 or whatever it's called, that lightning bolt cable or whatever. Whole shitload of instruction manuals. You know, DJI is pretty good at making what they make, so like I don't have too many doubts about the product. Tried that other selfie drone or whatever it's called, that little black one that folds up. Tried it in China. This is just a wall plug. It has a USB port on the other side to charge shit. It probably tells me here I have to charge the battery or do something crazy to, you know, before you're supposed to fly it. Or I don't care. I thought this was going to be a hard plastic. It's kind of like a compressed foam or something. All my stuff, I don't know if you guys know this, but one of my sponsors is Rhino Liner of Winnipeg. So whenever I get shit like this that like comes in some kind of container, what I do is I take it and have it box lined by Rhino Liner. You guys can see this. This is like the one I rock with my Mavic, and I got some shit in there. But this holds 6 batteries, my Mavic controller, whole shitload of props, all the charging stuff, that high-speed advanced charging hub. And like I've went around the world a dozen times with it, and it's like, you know, it's wicked. And I'll not in this one, but I'll get into it later. It's made by Low Pro, but then I just cut all the shit off of it. But I'll talk about that in a different video. Anyway, so I'll Rhino this thing too. Let's see this thing. Wow, it is small. The drone itself isn't as small as I thought it was gonna be. It is small. Don't get me wrong. Like the things like, you know. Here's an eraser for a dry erase board, because I use my desk here as a place that I can play with markers and stuff. This one's gonna shit, but this doesn't matter. Here's a new one. So here's a marker. So I use this for here, and this is one of those erasers for a dry erase board, and it's almost the exact same size, the actual physical dimensions of the actual drone itself. You can see the 2-axis gimbal there. You guys are gonna go and you guys are gonna review this shit better, like online. We'll just compare a couple quick things, and then we'll be done with this, because I really don't do these videos very well. I've got some extra propellers around here somewhere. There we go. This is Mavic props. I promise in future videos I will not make them this long. It's just, you know, I really don't care that much. That's what it comes down to. So here's a set of Mavic props that are folded up, and you can see the difference in size. Substantially smaller. In fact, when these are opened up, they're about the same length as one prop. From the center of the propeller to the end is, you know, almost the same as one. So it's pretty much half the size. It comes with extra props here. I hate how they give you half a set of extra props. Like it comes with 2 extra propellers here. Like we got the Fly More one coming, and it's gonna come with more. But like in all honesty, when you beat the shit out of these things, like you go through props. Like they're not expensive. They're $10. Like, you know, so they're cheaper for them even. I'm sure they get a shit, like they could make these things for like 10 cents a piece or something. I'm sure they should just set you up and give you like, you know, 2.5 sets or 3 sets or something, not just one. Seems like it doesn't balance very good. I guess that's why you have to land it on your hand. I guess when you're drunk, it's going to kind of suck a little bit, but whatever. So anyways, these are props from Mavic. The box is pretty small. Everyone's talking about it's super, super tiny and everything. like, look, like this thing goes in here. I don't know what else is supposed to go in here. I guess you put your charging thing in here on this one side and your cable on the other, and your whole box is pretty much filled right up. And if you get one of these other things that has an extra set of spares, I guess you can put it on this side, so you get one complete set of spare props in this, to fit in this box. You close it all up, put those guys in. It's about that big. Relative, there's my hand. It's about the same size. Here's a box. Holy shit. That's a GoPro box. I leave my GoPros and stuff, my old GoPros and shit in that I lent to my family and my mom and people who are going to just wreck them and not give them back. So there's a couple GoPros. A GoPro box. You know, it's about the same size. In all honesty, it's, you know, it's a little bit narrower and, you know, it's pretty close. When you're trying to pack that shit, it's going to be almost the same. Well, relative to my Mavic case, you know, you can see laying next to each other. Not much difference in size that way. You stand them on their side, you know, it's maybe half the size when you're actually traveling. It's about half the size, taking up room in your bag and shit. But like I said, I can fit 6 batteries in here, and I can fit my Mavic and like the charging hub and like 3 sets of props, 3 complete sets. That's 12 props. My neutral density filters, all that kind of shit. So like everyone's, oh, it's so tiny, it's fucking super portable, all this kind of shit. In reality, like I throw that one in my backpack, I'm good for flying for 2 hours. This one without extra batteries and stuff, just by itself, you're good for 15 minutes. So it's all relative. We're gonna make a footprint here. Perfect. There it is. That's what it looks like when it's outlined. I'll give the Mavic 1 second. There's a Mavic with prop guards on it. So I'll take these things off so there's a little more relevant to our conversation. We'll get into these prop guards and shit too. I never fly with them unless it's nighttime. You're not supposed to fly at nighttime in my city. That being said, when I'm on my own land, on my own property, far away from people, I'm going to use them. And I really like them because the lights reflect off them and they make it awesome because you can see that shit from really far away. Okay, we'll fold these in so it's more relevant to the comparison. And then we'll just fucking go like this. So at the end of the day, the body of it is pretty close to the same size. So when this shit's actually folded up, I can put a battery on there to make it look like, you know, less of a piece of shit. Oh man, I don't have my little guard on there. Shouldn't mess with it too much. There you go. So when it's folded up, the actual outer dimensions of the spark, I mean, you turn it that way, it's probably the most, you know, space relevant. So the spark is actually bigger when it comes to taking up space than the Mavic. Like, you know, the Mavic obviously is heavier and it's bigger, like it's thicker. But I mean, the amount that is thicker, the 40% thicker it is in vertical height this way, you know, it's not as detrimental as the width, because when you're packing something, you know, this is gonna fit in your pocket or like whatever easier than something it's got a larger exterior diameter. So I like the Mavic. It works good for me, plus it shoots 4K. This guy we're gonna play with, we're gonna have a fun time with it, and like, you know, I'm sure it's gonna work awesome as a little drone. But you know, trying to use this thing as the portable container, unless I cut a whole bunch of shit out of here, you know, the size just doesn't work for me. So I'll try to make something that's just a little bit bigger, but can hold extra batteries, chargers, all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, when it comes to, like, it'll be lighter. This one's much lighter, and all the batteries and accessories will be lighter. But what you're giving up with the 4K and what you're giving up with the 3-axis and all that kind of stuff is only made up for by the fact of the pre-programmed settings. from this one. That's the biggest selling thing for me, because this is going to be for my girl, and you know, then we're getting the second one, and I'll keep that one. But she's going to the Tomorrowland, or whatever that thing's called, the big festival, EDM festival, and she's going to do a Euro trip at the same time, and she wants something she can take with her, and it doesn't have that extra weight in the backpack, because she's going to like backpack around Europe. So that's why we got this, because it's substantially lighter. Even in the case, it's lighter than this one by itself. And that's with little props and the guard and everything. And in fact, my case by itself is heavier than this one with everything in it. So like this one, I have a whole kit though that I pack that goes on the plane with me. And then, like, you know, I got these things too. So if I'm just doing local stuff, I put this guy in here, and then I got one for the remote, and then I got one for the battery. You buy them for a kit, they're like $10 or whatever. But when I'm shooting anything where I'm just biking around, I just throw them in there to protect them a little bit, huck them in my backpack. I don't really give a shit. So anyways, this video is probably gonna be like, you know, what am I at already? It's probably like 10 minutes or something. Way too long. But like I said, this is going to be the longest video ever. And then after this, we're not going to shoot long videos, because this one kind of explains all of these unboxings. And we will, from that one, we'll just, like, you know, I'll try to keep them under 1 minute. How about that? Fair? Stephen Garter, Spark. It's small, doesn't shoot 4K. If you want to know anything about it, check out a real review. This was an unboxing. That's what you get with the non-Flymore combo. You get the charger, you get the Spark, 2 extra props, like the actual 2 propellers, one left, one right, one counterclockwise, one clockwise, and you get this little tiny portable kit. Canada, $800 post-tax in Manitoba, where we are. Fuck, man, you make your own call. That's a lot of money for something that's going to be a toy. But, you know, it is what it is. Steve McGar. Peace.